Have you ever heard of Navient's Rate Reduction Program? No? Well, it's because they don't tell you about it. In fact, that's why I want to make this video, because I couldn't find any videos of it and very little information when I Googled it. You see, Navient has a program to help you with private student loans that you're about to default on. They just don't tell you about it, and they don't give it to you as an option to apply for up front. To give you an example, I have had both private and federal student loans serviced by Navient. And with my federal student loan, there was an option that if you couldn't afford your payment, it would take some, there were some options where you could apply to have either an extended repayment term or a lower payment. But they're not really willing to work with you very much if you can't pay your private loan. But there is a program that will help you. Now, first, I will tell you, you don't ever want to get to the point where you can get in this program. But if you're like me, where you really were doing your best to pay your student loans and you couldn't, just could not make the payments because of whatever your situation is, this might be an option that will really save you. So Navient's Rate Reduction Program is a program that they have for private loans that they manage. I don't know if it's for maybe ones they've taken over. I took mine out originally with Navient, and I have two large loans with them. One for $17,000, one I believe is like, I don't know, 40, something like that. With those loans, I was close to the edge of default on them. And I spent all of summer of 2015 getting them current. But as soon as I got them current, I had those problems with my job. I quit, and the payments started going unpaid again. Now, something amazing happened in April of 2016. And that was one day I logged into my account on Navient.com and everything said it was paid current. I thought, no, maybe this is how they changed the site. Maybe this is what it looks like when you default on a loan. Because I was several months behind. And I had just started a new job, but the money wasn't coming in yet. There wasn't a way for me to start putting money toward it. But there it was. It said, no past due balance. In fact, the balances themselves had lowered a little bit, by a few $100s. It was as if they took those past due balances and just took them off my loan balance amount and just completely forgave them. I didn't get a 1099 at the end of the year for it. They were just gone. In fact, they changed my credit report. They erased all those past payments that said that they were missing. All paid as agreed. This was like a miracle. And not only that, but they basically took away the interest. Meaning that they had all dropped to 1% interest. The original interest rates were 2%-ish. I was very lucky. As much student loan debt as I have, I was lucky that I kind of got in at the very beginning of the student loan bubble because I was still getting loans for very low interest rates. My highest one I think is a 5, and that's a federal loan, not one that Navient services. But my private loans had very low interest on them, so I was very lucky with that. So they dropped the balances, forgave the payments, changed my credit report, and now my interest is at 1%, which hopefully would make paying off the actual principal of the debt more obtainable. Not only did they do that, but they changed my payment amount. I don't remember what they were before, but they were approximately $200 to $250 each, so $400 to $500 a month total. And that helped immensely because now it's $281 a month, the two combined. Now, I called my co-signer and I asked her about it. I said, hey, did you sign up for a payment plan or something? And she said no. This isn't like I didn't try to pay Navient. I had called them, talked to them, tried to work with them, tried to negotiate for years. I told them, I filled out financial documents for them, telling them, showing them that I literally could not make the payments. And they just didn't offer any help. Just, I gave them proof, and they're just like, yeah, so what? And that's why I was so surprised that on the very edge of default, suddenly, they're like, actually, we're going to hook you up. So that is the one thing that I can't tell you about this program, is how exactly you get on it. I know that you have to be on the edge of default, and I also know that you can't apply for the program. But just know that if you're in my situation with a Navient private loan and you are getting close to defaulting, you're several months behind, maybe someone at Navient will have a conscience and will help you out. And now how this program, I should tell you first, finish that story about my cosigner. So my cosigner said she did not sign up for it. They didn't contact me or even tell me about it. I think I did maybe 2 months later get a letter from them in the mail saying like, hey, you're on this program now. So what happened is they actually started automatically taking payments out for that $281 amount, which would have been nice if they'd told me. I did not authorize those. But with all the other benefits, I guess I'm glad that it was just getting paid and they were hooking me up. Although I didn't really like that they signed me up for a payment plan and took my credit card information that I didn't give them. But $281 a month comes out the 15th of every month. They have been doing that for a year now. And at the end of the year, they sent me a couple of emails and they said, hey, you were only approved for a year. This is about to end. However, you can renew it. Just send us a new financial document. And they gave me a one-page financial statement where I filled in everything from where I work, where I live, how much I make gross and net, how much I pay toward things like insurance and retirement, and what my account balances are. And you send that back to them, and they're supposed to get back to you within a few days. Now, I haven't heard back from them yet, other than them just confirming that they did in fact get it. So I'm not sure what my new payment amount will be. It might go up, it might go down, I'm not really sure. But I'm hoping that everything stays the same and that maybe the payment's just a little bit more or something like that. I have been able to keep these loans in paid as agreed status for over a year now. And that is all due to Navient finally being willing to work with me. The one real downside of this is that they won't work with you up front. They claim there's nothing they can do. They're not real nice about it, and they just refuse to help you. They make you get to the point of almost completely defaulting on your loans before maybe, I don't know how often they do this, but they might step in and help you. And maybe it's like you have to do that to prove to them that you really can't pay it. I don't know what the criteria is. So just so you guys know, there is a program called the Rate Reduction Program. And it does all those things that I previously mentioned. Hopefully this is some hope and a lifeline to somebody out there that is dealing with this. I can't even tell you how to contact them directly or ask about it, but just know that if you're out there struggling to pay your loans and you just can't, that there is hope that they might eventually work with you, even though they haven't before. So I hope this does help somebody out there. I mean, if one person finds out and joins this program because they heard about it from me, like, it's worth it for me to let you guys know about it. Otherwise, guys, if you haven't yet, click the subscribe button and the watermark there at the bottom of the screen, or down below. I post a financial video every 3 weeks, and when I find out about things like this, I will always let you guys know about it. Let you know the progress that I'm getting, and also anything that I think that will help you guys out, people who are in the same situation as me. So please subscribe if you haven't yet. I post a financial video every 3 weeks, and I will have a special video up midweek this week of a product review that I think you guys will like. Thanks for watching. make sure to subscribe and hit the like button.